Aries rising here, 6 degrees, moon in Aquarius at 14, sun at in Libra at 3 degrees. Well, there's a 369 feeling fine, sun, Pluto, Mars. And then Venus is right behind 23 conjunct. Now that you know me, very simple, just kaploop blop, love, perfection, which is God, that's true. A lot of people don't believe in perfection, and I'm like, then you don't listen to music, huh? Well, that's too bad. I think you're crazy. I'm sitting here communicating to God. I'm never alone. I'm just gonna do this for 20 minutes. See, I know. See, God is perfection, and all that is geometry. It's not unlikable. That's the thing. Oh, okay. So guess who doesn't like God and/or geometry? The kids know this, babes. Satan. If there is a Satan, but see now, but is there? Man, what is that? Well, yeah, there's something going on with that. We can talk about it. I don't want to talk about it right now. Okay, so I talked to you about dictation. It's coming. And oh my God, you never thought that it was obvious. See, there's a Webster's dictionary. Do you know about the Webster? They've Web. Okay, Webster. Who is it? Is there a first name to that person? If there is, who gives a fuck? There is a last name there that you look at, and they're pointing at something that it's kind of like saying trickster, but no, it means there's a web, and maybe there's a spider in the middle. Watch out, man. I mean, is it an okay spider? Is it okay? No, it seems that by way of poorly programmed perceptions, narcissists, they're hanging on. In effect, they're hanging on to each other this way. It's a codependent problem um, based in sheer illusion. Basically, right? They are mental, and that's a very unstable place. It really is. Yeah. See, the mind is always changing. Did you know that? It's always changing. This is difficult to talk about, see, because a lot of people want to avoid that. But a healthy mind, it has to always change. It's like water, my friends, babes. A healthy mind. See, I said healthy mind, and I hate to correct myself in the middle of it, but I should, because we're getting into the age of communicating better than somebody else, which is to try to make a breakthrough. That's the person who says, no, there's a healthy imagination, and then there's the unhealthy imagination. All mind is illness, all of it, when it's left unmanaged of its imagination. 5 cents, please. 5 cents for the next 300 words. Sorry, I ruin a good moment all the time by way of just thinking. I know what I'm talking about. I get way ahead. Most likely, I have not hit a single chime with anybody, and I think that's okay. This is June 13th, and I'm putting these videos most likely up. I put one video on the 13th here about, and I'm going to talk to you about it again. No, it's coming. I can see it. See, I'm trying to channel something now. It's very difficult. I have so much going on in my life, but it's okay. Do yoga, and then you meditate, and all of that amazing spinning creation of whatever it is, your karma, which is, I about hesitated when I said karma, but I know that you can have good karma. See, but I'm a dharmic being. I'm a dharmic being, and then that's how you do the good karma. It's okay to accept your good karma also, and be a karmic being, which is a good karmic being. but there's dharma. Babes, it's not really good karma. It's bad language. There's the dharmic being, there's dharma, and then there's karma. Do I have to explain? We are in an oceanic field of creation, really. It's a plasmatic amazement, right? Let's say that. And as a human being, it's kind of complicating because we do have cosmos coming in waves. I do try to do the astrology for us, right? That it helps if you know what kind of waves are coming. About the waves, though, see, let's get back out into the literal ocean. If you are a surfer and you've ever surfed, and see, the best surfers are they know how to catch that freaking wave, right? So then they get on the wave and they're surfing. Uh, Now, the metaphor is about karma, that out in the ocean, everybody is making waves. Really, you're sitting there and there's a lot of waves. That's the karmic waves. That's karma. Karma is wave. It means to wave. Did you know that? If you look it up, like when I waved at my neighbors, and boom, karma. Ooh, fuck, don't ever do that again. Especially if they are karmic beings, like way in it worse than you are, and you're like, okay, these people are a spiral down, and they don't know they're going down. They're actually, but when they think they're going up, ah, we'll talk about that. What makes the kids want to throw up? Did I rhyme that perfectly? It will happen. Dr. Seuss is like, what is going on down there? They took my material away. It's because you didn't capitalize where you should have. And people don't even know what capitalizing means. They're like, capitalism. Let's talk about it. Do you type? Okay, so when do you think we should use capitalization? Our money. Where does it go? Like, how does it go? Does it flow or does it just show when we don't know? See, I think it's a note. They said no. Sorry. Maybe. It's true. A musician would not believe you if they said there's a shortage of notes. See, you're saying there's a shortage of creation. I think that there's a shortage of realization. Like, what if uh, there was geometry? Like, what if there was perfection? Like, in God we trust. I doubt, really, in a roundabout way. Are you hanging on to me, kids? I doubt, and this is Sunday, right? Maybe it is. I doubt that they are saying in complete lopsided flop we trust, or like in the half circle we trust. Like in the up is our down we trust, or something like that. Like Vera in the upside down and backwards we trust, or in deception we trust, or like, let's say, in density we trust. In the Webster we trust. In the dictionary we trust. See, I'm talking about that dictionary-based diction. See, dictator. That comes from the word dictate. Yeah. And see, you don't need that. You don't want that. What do you want, Shauna? What do you... Oh my God, you're almost making sense a little tiny bit. You want to be a writer, and you want to type. Because that's the interfacing system for... It was a global tribe. How would the language be? I mean, do you think that it would simplify? Of course it would. Based in what? But see, now this is really tough on me. Because there's something that I keep poking at that's coming through me. I'm trying to channel right now. I'm trying to tell you. And it is simple. I'm trying to tell you something very simple. I guess I'm perfect for the job because it's like, you know what? I'm going to complicate this though first. I'm going to and then it's going to come together into like, now, do you science or do you see? I love the word that, I like the word, I like the fact that the word, well, look, sky is in there. Yeah. My dad used to call the word science science, right? Because there's a C there. And yeah, you're not a good scientist unless you've opened up account with the sky. It's really fucking complicating, but it's there. It's right. See, it's right in front of your face. That's the problem that you have with your narcissist. Now I get to put on my title something about narcissism, money, maybe sex could be tied into it. and then I'll get a lot of like views, like 120. I don't know what it's gonna take. I'll do some music, right? And I'll do something, right? And believe me, I haven't done it yet. 475 views in one day. If I did it for 20 minutes and then recorded, and I actually practice what I already know, but I warm up. In other words, if I just warm up, that's the problem. Oh, who am I? Venus in Virgo, 23, a perfectionist, and once you see, God can hear perfection, babe. God is the one who approves. It says that's the taste, man. They're like, yes, yes. See, yeah, you can feel it. God is that thing. You can do it. You don't have to be a musician. You don't have to be a musician. That's one really amazing higher learning tool that's accessible to us. But the main thing, see, a musician, babe, is somebody who's born. First of all, you're born musician, usually called a Libra. Very weird, people. Very weird. See, we need an instrument, a musical instrument, to press against us so you can see how fucking weird we are. We're like, ooh, sorry, excuse me, that's a little bit off. And it is. Pardon me, God, I didn't get the alignment right. Well, you're okay, I'm waiting. I love that about you. Only God can wait for me. Do you hear what I'm doing? There's like a whoa, 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 whoa. I'm doing alignment. It's called perfection. By the way, I need new strings. These strings? I'm not kidding. These strings are like 17 years old. No, they are 19 years old. Yeah. 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 This guitar is not. I don't know what the. Okay, so this guitar. What happened is, it did fall. I guess it's because I never cared for it in the beginning, right? I just moved it. There's a little bit of a crack right here. I think it does. See, you don't want to become a guitar player. After a while, if you're a really good musician, guitar player, Libra, skilled like God, I love is the word. You're going to start making instruments after a while. You're going to realize. I mean, I can tell you. I'm giving you a lesson now. I mean, it's weird. Talk about that. Okay, the video that I made that got like 400 or 300 views in one day, and see what happened. Then I went back to my talking about, well, I'm confused about living in my house right now, but let me tell you about some narcissists. But don't you think we should change our language? Because maybe that would help us get something from the bank, and it has to be centralized, right? And that got a bunch of likes. Or more, it was more like, oh, it got like 9 likes, and I played the guitar a little bit. Tell me how it's working for you guys. See, for me, I don't subscribe to anything. I don't even press yes when they ask me. Finally, they ask me, do you want 2 months of free, no advertisements? No. Now, why do I do that? Why do I do that? I don't know. I do the opposite of like what they are trying to coax me into doing. None of it. See, what they're doing is they're giving me it. They're saying, oh, they're showing me. They're like, okay, so you did talk about narcissism. That was a great thing. We're going to show you what we need. And see, I'm not being allured in. See, everybody else that are doing even monetization on YouTube, they're not doing it right. There's only one reason to do it, and then they will give you all the bells and whistles. They'll click into you. You don't have to. Eventually, they'll give you all the money. You don't have to work too hard. You just have to say, what is this for again, fuckers? They're saying it's to identify 2 types. Do you have a typewriter? Yes. Hardly. Do you know that out of the 26 letters, those aren't letters, by the way, those are symbols, but we like the sentiment, let her, let her, let her, let her. If I practice for 20 minutes, you can actually try, like, it's like, well, what is she doing? And it would all kind of electrify as far as my body. See, I'm a musician, Libra. We're hooked into God. Outer space. It's just space. Did you know that music is actually made of space? Yeah, and even when I don't know if you can see it here, but when this is another lesson. Can you send me just $5? Babe, send me 50. You're crazy. Thank you, Timecast. You're real. Look, that's connecting to, I don't know, you guys. Just getting back to, God, what the fuck is this video about? I was actually trying to tell you about Webster. Webster. Dictionary. See, right now there's a movement to just now see when they go global and they say, look, we're all here. And then they say, they're saying to do diction more. Like, you can do diction. You don't have to type. Don't have to type, huh? Do you know what type means? See, do you know what diction means? Do you know what dictionary? See, do you know what a dictator is? Like, we don't want a dictator, right? It kind of screeches for the sheep right there. The sheep go, oh, dictator. Yes, right? Those are kind of fucked up because they say it just one way or something, and it's hard to tell what they're really pointing at. They're not even pointing at anything that's healthy for you. Like, it's not the same. See, it's not the same by the time you're just they're playing a game of checkers while you're playing a game of chess, kind of a thing. So who are they, Shauna? What are you talking about? Oh, there's a problem. See, you have a technological base that is allowing, I was almost going to say dictation to come through, but babes, we're talking about communications in general. And one form of communications is to be a dictator. It's one-sided. Now, did you know that this can happen by way of people accessing an external suggestion or projection? And then they start to regurgitate it out, and there you go. That's what's happening. But see, on a global scale now, like this movement, this technological base, God, it took me 23 minutes to kind of get back. Imagine if I will cut it. I will make 2 videos. I see it. It's like, oh yeah, and they call it Webster. They're just telling you up front, there's a web, and there will be. It's involving lettering. People are thinking that a picture is a person. It's like, no, never it isn't. Right now, even though it's pretty raw and you're looking at me, I am not there. I'm not. You're watching a pixelated rendition called a picture. If you hold up a PC with the picture on it and somebody said, is this you? I'm going to say, no, I'm right here. That's a picture. Yeah, it looks like a picture of me. You want to talk? Oh, that's the truth. No, that's the truth. That's where I'm going. I'm going to where we do the truth. Sorry. I'm just, they make you say truth, truth, truth 3 times at the courthouse. You know why? Because there's 3 dimensions. You are to be responsible for that mind of yours. That's the first dimension. Cartoon land, by the way. Watch out. Did you manage that thing? I was trying to tell you about your imagination. Is the only thing that can be healthy versus unhealthy imagination. We can say that the healthy imagination is one who's drawing their minds, in particularly, if they go and they shut all the curtains and the doors and they turn off the lights and they start to imagine a life happening. Why do you need to do that? See, are you really just, see, what is it? See, imagination is something special for invention out in the open. Like you're actually going to put it together, baby. And see, but you couldn't do it without a healthy imagination. No, it would have to be healthy because, okay, what do you mean by healthy? Well, you had experiences of the truth and reality. You have had experiences of the floaty things out in outer space enough that you began to positively loop feedback the experience. And you remember, you're like, you mean when I put the glasses on this way, it didn't work. They fell down to the floor. But then when I, see, right now you're in real, the floaty thing, You are in your space, and now you're gathering information. But when I went like this, I was able to turn them into bifocals, so that's helpful for me. Then you can just step out of that. You go and you're going to sleep, and you're like, you know what? And you can start now. You can use your imagination. You can say, with the event of even having them on correctly and hanging halfway off my nose, I wonder if I have attached a couple strings onto what you experienced is these two little arms. See, it can't be outside of your experience if that's the healthy imagination. That's all it is, narcissist. I'm telling you right now. That's how it is. Otherwise, there's no such thing as a healthy mind and unhealthy mind. Now, there's two minds. There's there's one. I hate to contradict myself, but see, there's one that it's the righteous mind. I guess it's the healthy mind. It's not the disease. See, there's two minds. There's one that is a disease, and then there's the mind of God that frees you from the disease. Yeah, and people have a profound responsibility to grab hold, but more like just be with, be with. Sorry, be with outer space. Breathe. Believe this or not, this is a therapy to like 92% of you. You're not located of reality. There's a problem, right? You see a picture, and you don't know if it's AI or not. And it's like that doesn't matter. None of it was real. None of it. You can't. That's not a real argument to think that that's a fact on there. If you want to talk about the fact about the illusion of the fake light, that's a conversation. Yeah. And the way that I'm rambling it through it right now, Gemini watching, Gemini in the air. We have, talk about Gemini in the air. Babes, we have Uranus, the planet that is a symbol. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, which rules Gemini and Virgo. These are highly analytical people. They are communicative. They are very smart. They fucking solve problems, man. Gemini is an amazing problem solver. They represent many ways of communications. There's like two heads there, but it's really representing two people, relationships. Did you know that? It's like they say the twins there, but it's the phenomena of perhaps the twin flame or something. And it's really about human relationships, the whole crosshairs. And now we're going to come on, let's get this going and let's talk about it. And let's build it up with the labels of which that now we're going to move on to the square. See, Virgo will say, now what are you doing with all that trash? It's like, now let's sift through it. Virgo is a lesson for Gemini to sift through all of the details and all of the activity too and find out what's worthwhile there really, because you don't want to live frivolously. See, Virgo is of the earth and it's Mercury and it's going to communicate. Maybe your money will be hooked into it. You don't want to fucking just, but see, Gemini would say, but of course I'm selling gumballs and that's what you got to do. It's like, no, but don't you want to own the central bank? I don't know. Just root yourself into the earth and don't make it synthetic so much. Grow the gumballs on the tree if you can. And you can. Oh my God. And the truth is, money does grow on trees. I'm not going to be doing those apple selling. Where I live in my town, their harvest up here, and there's much of it, let alone the women that are hiding out. There is a harvest of apples that, well, some people don't know what to do with it, and every year it just falls on the ground. Some people are saying, come on over to my yard. There's a camera up, but you can pick my apples. And people do. Oh, yeah, people do. No, apples cost money. Women and children need apples. They love apples. So do men if they slow down a little bit and they go, what is this called again? This is called an apple fritter. I don't know. Slow down, smell the fucking coffee every once in a while. Make something out of what's growing in your backyard. Well, talk about some people, like over there, this neighbor that poured the 12 truckloads of asphalt. It was like last year. Okay, the year before, he let there was about 95 apples. Sorry. I can say anything I want about these people. I didn't say any name, I just said these fucking people. I'm talking about the neighbors in Guam. Men there, these are apples. What I'm doing is showing you an apple, and they grew very big, and they fell to the ground, and they rotted. Meanwhile, I'm putting apple baskets up at the top, and they're emptying out after a half of a day. I love seeing the apple bins empty after I put a massive pack. It just, oh my God! So I run back down and fucking fill it up again. I love that. I'm a Jupiter and Pisces, really weird. Aries rising, like I was saying in the beginning, it's just, if you knew that part about the Jupiter and Pisces, and but the Aries rising is, there isn't anything like the Aries rising because it's at home there. It's quite frank, like what you see is what you get. Even if it's a Libra on the other side, you're like, but I played music, okay? All right. Don't fuck with Libra. Libras are better than Aries when it comes to the fight on the field. See, Aries is just the warrior that knows that it's important that we get pissed and do something about it. Libra says, I'll follow through with a little diplomacy. Did you want to slow down and catch a structure with that bitch and gain leverage because your enemy is stupid? If it's not love, it's... So just hang on a bit. Let's go over there and talk about, do you swear, so help me, love? Yeah, that's God. So you just have to clarify. It might take 20 years. There's a lot of people that are there right now. Did you know that AI is going to help just wipe out the fake fucking law that's happening? That's what the worry is. It's like, oh my God, AI is going to do something to the attorneys and everything. It's like, yeah, it's going to fucking shape it up. People that make sense, CENTS, might not be making so much CSE. So you want to put the N down and the S down and then put the E up. C. Can you guys just see and fucking be real about reality? Get the reality in to your perception, and then that's your imagination. See, if it's unhealthy and wrong and straight up schizophrenic, sorry, the United States is fully schizophrenic, especially if you're waiting for Jesus to come to town or Santa Claus. Like they can say water, or they could say something, C19, C19. And then you'll hallucinate. Yeah, it's like you're getting wet now, just because you heard the word water. Now you think you're getting wet. That straight up is schizophrenia. Abracadabra right there, by the way. Don't do it anymore. That's what abracadabra is. See, a lot of people don't know that. They say, no, words are, thoughts are things and words are things. It's like, not really. I was trying to get back to you about fucking your mind and how it should be orientated to the real one and only God, true light of day, which is just outside your nose there. Have experiences first, loop back information. You're obligated. You have to do this. There might be a narcissist around you, and you have to do, so you do this early. 2, 3. The first thing you do is get inside of your body. Yeah. And to feel whether or not you have hit something on the head about a truth. You're just curious as fuck. And by the time it's like 3 or 4 or 5, you're in what is called hyper learning mode. You're learning like what it's like to jump and what it's like to do, but now if you have a narcissist there saying no most of the time, like they don't know that, well, you can't really be perfect. You have a lot, you as a child, you have a lot of insulation on. The narcissist doesn't consider your insulation that you were built to make mistakes and fall down and get up and see. Now, if you go through the narcissist, it's just crisis after fucking crisis after crisis, man. Right? In fact, when a child falls down, like for the first time, when it's at full running speed right in front of the kid, here's what happens. The child falls, it skins its knee. What it does is it looks over at the parent. Now the parent, what does it do? Is it like, ah! Or is it like, ah! Just meaning like, oh, you fell. See, or is it just stoic? See, I didn't mean the laughing as cruelty. No. What I'm exposing, okay, the child falls, and there's reactions that it waits to look for from the actual parent to reflect back, like what just happened. So some parents, they just choose to go, oh, you're okay, or something like that, and they go, and they get up. See, they have their own thought about it anyway, and they probably discovered something like they're running, but they're like, what the fuck? But then they want to get up, but they're looking, they give it a pause. It's very like this, really. That's how we're dealing with the narcissist and or the mind. And see, that's where get in front of the judge, they lie, and you're like, bam! You're like, whoa! Now I'm experiencing PTSD by the time I run down my driveway, and I can't even walk to the fucking fence because now a dog's barking, and these people are like, yeah! And it's like, fuck you! Good morning. Oh, back to the little kids being fucked up by people that say no. Okay, so the reflection of that comes from an unconscious person that is not separating themselves out from anybody. So when the kid falls, they're like, and they get all emotional, and the kid looks, they start crying too. And then run back to them. What happened? And like, I don't know. Were you getting autonomous and you were going to learn something beyond just this fucking crisis? No, I'm 3 years old. I never do that. With you around. This lesson brought to you by a spiritual teacher in your neighborhood if you live in Idlewild, California. There's a lot of us nestled around up here. We're real, but we've been kind of deemed something wrong with us because, well, we have a fucking life that's pretty fucking gnarly. We won't hide it. The world of narcissism and, well, just the condition that the human being can end up in dealing with it. Oh, babes, the diseases and stuff, that's kind of my story. My mom was declared terminally diseased, right? And that's a lie too. You can actually cure it, really. But this has a huge effect on us all. And don't you think that maybe in this lifetime, I think so, and I experience a tiny bit. I have to, but it's still highly impactful. But the saying goes, and don't you hate sayings? Fucking narcissists too. But look at it. Look at people that have made it, and you admire them if they're famous. I don't know why I keep coming up with the singer from Queen, but somebody was saying that really fascinated by the way that they came up. They were very successful, and we know that they were homosexual, but who cares? As long as they're having a good time, fucking, as long as they found out how to have a good time, with sex, go for it. But I guess the story is that he had a really hard life. Like you would never think that anybody like that would ever see. They would never think that anybody would survive. And why do they turn out so good? And I didn't just say that that's necessary, basically. And who said that that was even good? Right? The music industry but no, they were using raw, true human talent. Oh, come on, let's talk about it. And there was a time era where they were mining it like fucking gold and gold really is the attention of the masses, right? And the best thing to do would be to harness them on a very, like it's a technological base that says, let's just do it 300,000 at a time globally if we can. And of course, the tours that they go on, and it starts to more and more bring people out of their microcosms anyway. It's like, well, so much for the bitchin' guitar player on the block over there. In fact, that is a good guitar player. You just don't know how fucking hard it is to play real good music. See, by the time they start playing live, did you know it's all very easy what they're doing? And when you hear us kind of people play that choose to play out of the box, you don't know what you're listening to, and you don't allow it to go. Babes, live music is so, and hearing somebody practice playing live, I don't know. Just there's a rude thing going on right now. We need to raise up and just say, no, excuse me, live is real. And when you turn a radio on to try and contradict somebody else's efforts to play live music, that's stupid. Any real musician knows that. I mean, really, I say that the day that music was recorded was the day that music died, because it was played live always, and that phenomenon right there. Like I said, it's Satan doesn't like what it takes to play music. Satan doesn't like live music being played. Yeah, especially if it's two or more. Really, if it's a big gathering and it's very harmonic, if it's good news music, okay? Oh man, there's some bad news music out there, and believe it or not, it doesn't have to be sounding like a trash truck. In fact, that trash truck music, like Metallica and stuff like that, the music is very, very classically oriented. It's actually very good quality. It's just made with trash truck material, fucking for musical instruments. And then the same kind of effect too, though, it all, being all cleared up, less distortion. If it's just basic math and this repetitive thing and a mentality behind it that is in fact narcissism, trying to make itself a norm, or like here, listen to this experience and let's dwell on it. And if you really like listen, like it comes with a lyric. But the truth is that some structures, it's been proven though, that you know uh, scientifically, that a healthy heart, they I remember I watched this scientific show that put the electrodes onto a healthy heart, doing all its things, especially when an athlete is moving, and they say they describe it as a multi-dimensional spectrum of music happening. Of course, there's the basic but it's like it's really just like very, very. They say it's like a Beethoven or classical music or some very. It's the math is very intricate. That's a healthy heart, and when they hook it up to a diseased heart, they said it sounds the same as country music. But what they mean is the basic boom chicka boom dry I chaka boom boom boom. Just nothing going on between. Even when it starts getting up there, it's like boom chicka boom chick. It's just still just it's not firing off electrically, mathematically connecting. It's not healthy. Just letting you know that, and so anyway. Let's see how loud it turns up at my neighbor's house. Sorry. Those people are very predictable. They have to watch out for that because the patternings show that's all that shows up to to uh, to a mediator or anybody to look at it and say, well, yeah, that issue and all that. But when you set it aside, the pattern that shows up is very, very suspicious. And it's looking like, but that's a machine over there. It's more like, ooh, now what? What you gonna do, Rich? Thanks for listening to all this. Did I actually post this? Will I post it? No. See, I made a video in this shirt that was very important. It was June 13th, and this is June 13th. But I'm putting this up, I think, around about the 20th or something. That's just what I'm doing. And so, how do you like it? Let me know how you like the videos that are moving up and down. You'll see me looking a certain way because why? Well, I didn't just get right up in the morning and start filming. Maybe I went out and I bothered to dress up. It's about the dress up, right? At least I haven't been doing pajamas. I bothered to put on this tank top and say, you know what, you can't really tell. But I had just gotten up and it's barely fucking 6:30 right now. Yeah, and it's looking kind of bright out there, but I need to get my chickens fed here in a little while. The wisest thing for me to do, and everybody, come on, kids, let's do it together. You set me up and you think you're doing yoga with me. It's like, no, I know where I am, babe. I'm fine. But no, I mean, I will do yoga. If you want me to do some yoga right in front of you, well, hit like and subscribe and send $20. If I get 400 people to send me $20, I'll do it in a bikini.